Okay, Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. So I know you're looking at this page and you're wondering, didn't we finished this? Yeah, I know we did. It's just that our sister pointed out something important and I wanted us to just clarify. When we were doing this Jumla Fi'liya exercises, particularly this ayah, we looked at and we sort of like misidentified it. We said yufraku was a fa'al and kullu was the fa'il. But now that we're doing passives, I thought it was important we also look at this ayah and properly identify it. So we have فيها يفرق كل أمر حكيم. So يفرق, this is a mudari and we hear the u sound that we talked about, this monkey sound, u'a. So this is passive, and therefore kullu amrin would be the na'ibul fa'il, not the fa'il like we had previously mentioned. So just wanted us to correct that before we continue with our exercises. Okay, so yesterday it was, yeah? Yesterday we did, what did we do? We didn't do part 1? I thought we did part 1. Did I delete everything after we had done it? I think okay. Yeah, I must have deleted. Okay, so we're doing part 2. This is where we're starting from. Again, for those who might not have been there or did not watch the recording, we are in passives. We're looking at passives, and we learned about the ui sound for the madi and the ua sound for the mudari. Okay, so let's begin. Determine whether the following af'al are past passive or present passive, then translate accordingly. Specify number and gender, write all possible answers. Okay, so we've done this before, so we know the drill already. So تذكرون, what do we think? Is it ماضي مضارع? Is it معلوم? Is it مجهول?
مجهول مضارع.
So it's مجهول, number 1, and it's مضارع because there's the a sound. تذكرون. So because of that a sound, we know that it is مجهول. And what is the gender? What is the number?
It's you all.
And
so, it's masculine.
Masculine. Yeah. So it's plural masculine. That would be the gender. And okay. تذكرون, what would that mean?
You all are being remembered.
So yeah, reminded. We'll use reminded for this. Let me just type like yesterday. Typing is easier. I'm just gonna say y'all, make it easy. Are being reminded. Okay.
Does it have to be you all are being reminded? Can it be you all are reminded? Is it the same?
It kind of is the same. Okay, so the being part is just to show the mudari bit. But yeah, you can do away. You are reminded. But
the being is to show the majhul, right?
No, the being is to show continuity for the mudari. Because you know mudari it's more of a continuous tense. Like it keeps on happening. As opposed to the madi, which just happens once. Like you were reminded once. But if I say you were being reminded, then you were continuously being reminded.
Okay. So Ilham, actually what happens is from the very beginning in Bayyinah, we being taught like you are being reminded.
Yeah.
Can you tell me please, is there any more phrases which tells us about being majhul in English phrases which might tell us, which gives an indication that it is majhul?
without using the being.
Yes, without using being.
And it's and a mudari without using the being and being a mudari at the same
Yeah,
time.
I have while doing this Quran translations, I have come across few things which doesn't say it's being or are. I'm so sorry I couldn't present you the examples, but if you have any idea about what else could be used apart from your being, then I was surprised when I seeing that was a passive. Somehow it was like that. So if you know, if apart from being, are, being, you know, is some other phrases which we use to denote mudari.
Unless they just don't choose the being and they say, for example, you are reminded or you are reminded if it was a madi. I don't know if there's another way. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe if I come across something and I'll post it in the group, inshallah. Right now, I
Sure.
cannot think of anything. Yeah.
So I just wanted to comment. Maybe the being is coming here because of the shadda on the zakaruna, and the are is already telling us it's in present. So you all are, and if we don't use the being, then you all are reminded would still be present passive.
That could be, yeah, because the allama family has the meaning of repeated action. Like nazzala means it came down several times, like it consistently, as opposed to anzala, which means just once. So it could be that that could also be a function of that family that is being used, yes. All right. Muni'atum. What do you think? Muni'tum.
Mazi majhul.
Madi majhul. So you have ue sound, okay? Which would mean if mana'a means to prevent, then muni'atum would mean
You were prevented.
yeah. You were prevented. Muni'atum. Yeah, you can say y'all because you all were. Just to distinguish between you for one person and you for two people and you for three people and you, she. I know there's several yous in Arabic as opposed to English is only one you. Okay. يعلماني. Oh yeah, we didn't so this is obviously 3M as well because أنتم منعتم. Then you have يعلماني. يعلماني. You are
Mudare malum,
معلوم.
because u
Sorry, مضارع.
and the lam has a e sound, so it's not
Mm.
u a.
Yeah. So it's not يعلماني, it's يعلماني. مضارع معلوم. Okay. So علم يعلم basically what happened there. And
Sister Ilham, can you please if I'm wrong, please correct me. For Madi, it will be ue. It will be u, and e will be there, right?
yes, the last letter is going to be E.
E. And
Yeah.
for that, a.
Yes. It's going to be
For Mudari.
all through, depending on how
Okay.
many letters you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so what is the gender and the number here? يعلماني.
Gender is 2M, right? 2M.
Yes, 2M. Because Annie is
Yeah.
for two people. All right, so let's translate that. Is it
They both know.
They both
علم? What does علم mean?
teaching, right? They both are teaching.
Yeah.
They both teach.
Yeah, they both.
both teach.
Then we have تقرأ. تقرأ.
It's Mudari Majhul.
مضارع مجهول. And it's gender and the number.
C masculine.
Can be
Right.
1M or F, but
So it could be 1M or
F.
Yeah.
1F.
yeah. How is it 1M and 1F?
It can be anta or here.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah.
Anta.
Anta or here. So if it is anta, that's 1M. If it is here, then it's 1F. Because with the mudara', the ta beginning, it's both for here and for anta. Okay. So that means we have two possibilities here. Okay. تقرأ, so how do we say that? If قرأ يقرأ means to read,
It is
She reads
It
or
was
Or-
read.
He
it
reads.
or he,
Yes.
I don't know, or however you want it,
reads.
was
Was
because
read.
yes, was read. So obviously the only thing that makes sense, you can say he was read. So it was
It was
read
read.
for the here version makes more sense here. But we'll just keep it at that and then
Being
proceed.
read. It's mudare, right?
Oh, it's mudare. Yes.
Yeah, it is
تقرأ.
being read.
Yeah. Again, the being, it can be in quotes. So it is read, or it is being read, depending on how the translator wants to translate. Because translation is really difficult, I think. But as long as we understand the concept. Then we have number 5. نتعلم. نتعلم. Is it ماضي? Is it مضارع? Is it معلوم? Is it مجهول?
معلوم, it's معلوم.
Definitely.
مضارع.
And مضارع. So نتعلم. So which family is that? نتعلم.
تعلم يتعلم.
Yeah. تعلم يتعلم. And the doers?
في نحن.
So 3.
في.
It could be masculine or feminine, depending on who na is. Right. So how do we translate that?
We
We
learn.
learned. We learned.
Yeah, we learn. Yeah. يجادلن. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
يجادلن. Is it passive? Is it active?
مجهول. مجهول.
Majhul, yeah.
مضارع.
مجهول
ماضي.
مضارع.
مضارع.
Mudare.
Yeah. And
It's
how
the
many?
Huna version.
Yes,
Yeah, feminine. Feminine
it's
version.
feminine. Exactly. So جادل, to argue. So يجادلن, how do we translate that?
Women argued. I mean, like they women argued.
They were,
They were, because it's passive.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, don't know. It will be.
Argued with.
they were being argued, yeah, something.
Or they were being argued with. Somebody was arguing with them. We don't know who. Or
Being argued.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
This being is
whole
not leaving
Mudari.
us.
I know. Mudari business.
You'd have to change the word to R to reflect the mudare.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
being argued.
Yeah, being.
Them ladies
Yeah.
are being argued with.
Yes. Them ladies, because I was translating in the past and I was making a mistake. So yeah, them ladies are being argued with, or yeah, I don't know how else to do this. I think yeah, because English is really difficult. I mean, you can imagine this whole sentence for just this tiny little word over here. So that's how Arabic is so precise. Okay, let's go to the next. Umirna. Umirna.
ماضي مجهول.
Yes. هذه مجهول because E sound. And how many people?
نحن.
Uh-huh.
Three masculine or feminine.
Yes, because it's نحن. Right. Let's translate that.
We were
We
commanded.
were, yeah,
were
we were
commanded.
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 Yeah. The past tense is easy because you don't have that business of being and whatnot. So we were commanded. Right. Utraku. Utraku.
مشهور.
Is it
مضارع.
ماضي?
أنا. One masculine or feminine.
So مجهول
مضارع.
مضارع.
One masculine or feminine.
Yes.
نحن. أنا version.
Yes. أنا version. أنا أترك. So ترك means to leave. أترك.
I was left.
Yeah.
I am being
I am,
left.
I am being left. It's weird.
Weird, right?
I am being left. Okay. يصدقون. يصدقون. You are.
مجهول. مضارع.
مضارع.
مجهول. مضارع.
Home version. Three masculine.
Three masculine because home version. All right.
They are being confirmed.
So صدق to affirm.
Hindrance. Hindrance.
No, to affirm. Like to affirm the truth. Like a Siddiq would come from this family. So يصدقون, they are being affirmed.
Affirmed.
Something like that. It's really weird.
Being affirmed.
Yeah, like to affirm the truth and then they're being affirmed. I don't know how they're going to translate this. We'll see in the answer key. But it's just so strange. And then جمعت.
مجهول.
One feminine. Passive.
مجهول. ماضي.
Madi.
Then of course,
One feminine.
because it's the here version, right? جمعت, here version. And that would mean جمع to gather.
It was gathered.
Yeah, it was, but it could be also she was, I don't know. Depending on what is happening in the context. So that could be it. Any questions so far?
Sister, I wanted to ask a question. When you have the passive, like affirmed, if it's three masculine, can you say all of it was being affirmed? Would that make sense? Or
So the whom version is always for people.
yeah, but say it wasn't. Would you able to say it?
No, you won't use this version. You won't say
No.
يصدقون. You would use the who version.
Okay.
Yeah. And then of course you'll have an outside doer of whatever the thing is in plural. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the English. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Translate the following ayat using the word bank provided. So we've been given some words here. Kurhun, they're translating it as difficult. Qital, fighting. كتب على, to mandate. And then لعن يلعن, to curse. كيل, provision. Okay. So number 1. قالوا يا أبانا منع منا الكيل فأرسل معنا أخانا. Let's look at this ayah and see what's happening in there.
They said.
So what is قالوا?
فعل
They
ماضي.
said.
Yeah, they said فعل ماضي. So when we have a جملة فعلية, we look for فاعل, مفعول, متعلق. So we found our فعل. What is happening after قالوا? Yeah,
منادى.
مقول القول.
yeah, so whatever follows is going to be مقول القول مفعول به في محل نصب. Then we go into that bracket to see what's happening. Then we have يا أبانا منع منا الكيل. What do you guys think?
Munia is the fail, so it's a jumla failure.
Yes.
And it's a Madi Majhul.
Yes. So that is passive. That is majhul. Madi majhul. And what is the na'ibul fa'il then?
Al-Kailu,
الكيل
because it's Rafa and after.
Yes. And that means minna is what?
متعلق بالفعل.
متعلق بالفعل.
Muqaddam in this case. Right? فأرسل. So fa could be starting a new sentence, or it could be connected to the previous part, depending on what is doing in the ayah. So فأرسل معنا أخانا.
Arsal would be
Amar.
فعل أمر.
Yes, this is Amr.
معنا would be متعلق بالفعل.
Yes.
أخانا would be مفعول.
Yeah, because it answers the question what? Send what? Our brother. So send our brother with us. All right. So let's try and translate that. Now that we've figured out the different parts. Of course, with the Jumla Fi'aliyah, remember you always start with the verb. Or the doer. The doer of the action. Sorry, not the verb, but the doer.
They said.
Yeah. They said, we start the brackets. What did they say?
Has been prevented.
So I'm going to say our father. So what has been prevented? We start with the doer.
The provision.
Provision. Yeah.
The provisions.
Have been
Have
prevented from us.
munia. Munia is madi, right?
Yes.
Provisions.
Had been.
I think we're gonna say war. I don't know how we're gonna say this. This is weird
The
language.
provisions were prevented from us. No, that's correct.
Okay.
So send with us our brother.
Yes. No wonder when people read translations, they're like, what is this? But you read the Arabic and you're like, oh, okay, this is doing this. It's so easy when you're reading the Arabic. But English is so weird. Provisions were prevented. Oh my God. What is happening? Anyway, so send with us our brother. And of course, the ayah continues. Yeah, so something like that. But of course, we know that minna is muqaddam, so there's some special meaning there. And also ma'ana is muqaddam, so there's also another special meaning there. Of course, we'll see how they capture that. Sometimes they don't even capture these things in the translation. But it's just good as students of Arabic and the Quran, we know these things. Then we go to number 2. Yeah.
Do you want to okay, this was just me asking, do we want to go ahead and see how they're captured, or do we want to focus on passives right now?
Yeah, you can check out like some translations and then maybe read them to us so that we see like, did they manage to capture some of these things or not? You can maybe like look up 3 different translations. And are you able to do that as we continue, or?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Okay, good. Then let's see number 2. لم يذكر اسم الله عليه.
لم حرف جازمة.
Yes.
يذكر فاعل مضارع مبني مفعول.
It's going to be majzoom because lam was going to work on it and it's going to make it majzoom. So it's going to be a sukun here, but because we are continuing, there's a what we call hamzatul wasl ism. So we can't say lam yudhkar ism, like it's so impossible to say that. So they bring in a helper vowel, the kasra in this case. So lam yudhkar ismullahi. But at the back of our minds, we know that there's a sukun there. It's not actually a kasra, it's a sukun. So it's going to be majzoom.
So it's passive.
And it's passive, yes.
And ismullahi is fa'il.
Na'ibul fa'il.
Na'ib fa'il, right. Na'ib.
Yeah.
مضاف
Yes.
and عليه is متعلق بالفعل.
Yes. Basically, that's what's happening. And there's no new vocabulary here. We can just go ahead and translate. What do you guys think? Lam yuzkar.
The name of Allah. is not, no, was not.
This is okay.
Lam makes it
It makes it
Mentioned.
Madi. Yeah.
past.
Yeah, but
Was
lab
not
means did not.
Yeah. So because
mentioned
it's Madi, we're gonna say was not mentioned.
Okay.
on them, on it.
Yeah, on it. Yeah.
Sister, I didn't understand. How was it Mahdi?
So lam yudhkar, when we are negating jumla, I think we haven't done negation. Negation we're doing next week, or maybe whenever we are ready to do negation. So when you're negating fi'al madi, there are two ways of doing it. You're either going to use ma plus madi, ma dhahaba Muhammadun, Muhammad did not go, or you're going to say lam yadhhab Muhammad. And I'm using a mudhara, but I'm actually meaning he did not go. So lam yadhhab with a sukun, Muhammad did not go. So that's two ways of negating a jumla fi'liya that is madi.
So even why we are not using did not here? The name of because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
able to-
English. It's just English.
Not mentioned.
Yeah.
Mentioned here. Okay.
Sometimes Arabic is more easier than English.
Absolutely. 100 times. I mean, for me, 100 times Arabic, especially when it comes to Quran, Arabic is 100 times better. English there's a lot of gymnastics in English. Oh my God. When
Especially
Arabic, yeah. You were saying especially?
especially with the passive translating them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because, in English, that's not really a concept, passive. So it's just we have to bend things and make them like turn upside down, and so that it can actually fit the whole concept of passive. All right. Sister, did you manage to find the ayat, or do we move on to the next one?
I didn't go to check them. I'll check them after the class.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Right. Now we can just continue, no problem. Okay. وَقَدْ أُخْرِجْنَا مِنْ دِيَارِنَا وَأَبْنَائِنَا. So وَقَدْ, of course, it just means already when it comes with the Madi. Then we have أُخْرِجْنَا. Well, what kind of a word?
الماضي
Uh-huh.
مجهول.
Yes. UI sound. So.
فاعل is نحن. من ديارنا is متعلق من ديارنا وأبنائنا.
Yeah.
متعلق بالفعل.
Yeah, we had this discussion in the group, remember, and I was so confused. That day was a very difficult day for me. Yeah.
Na is naibul file, right? Here. Ukhrijna.
Yes. Yeah. Now will be the naibul file. Yeah, so we can translate this. I think also there's no new thing here. And we've already done this ayah in the group. We have some idea. So, and so I'm gonna
We
say,
were expelled
yeah, I'm gonna put already there because of the qad. We were already expelled from
our homes and from our
homes or houses. And I'm gonna add the
our children.
yeah, because it's muta'alliq to that. Oops, what did I just do? Okay. Oh. And from our children. Okay. And then we have لعنوا في الدنيا والآخرة ولهم عذاب عظيم. لعنوا.
فعل ماضي مجهول.
مجهول.
And the نائب الفاعل is
هم.
هم. Yeah, the inside pronoun هم. في الدنيا
والآخرة
والآخرة.
ولهم عذاب عظيم. Is this all connected?
So this could be a new jumla because the first part is the jumla فعليا, the second part is a jumla ismiya. So most likely this is a new sentence. It could also be a واو حالية in this case.
في الدنيا والآخرة is connected and ولهم عذاب عظيم is a different sentence.
Yes. Yeah.
That wow is called what, sister? When a new sentence is starting, that wow is called
استئناف.
حال.
now.
Could be
Yeah.
حال, right?
And it could be حال in this case. Yes. It could be واو استئنافية or واو حالية. So either واو of حال that makes it like you translate it as while or as, or it could be just a new sentence and you say and new sentence. So let's try and translate that. لعن يلعن, to cast. So
They were casted
they were cast.
in this dunya, in dunya,
So
And hereafter.
in the world.
in the, I'm gonna say dunya in
Lowest.
the lowest in the lowest earth. How is it said? Is it said like that? In the lowest earth?
When Hayat Dunya comes, then it is at lowest life.
Oh yeah, life. That's okay. So just in the lowest, because just leave it as that. In the lowest and in the next, because al-akhirah, or in the after. They normally like to say afterlife. I don't know. Or in the next. We'll see again in the translation how they do it.
Hereafter, they say actually.
Hereafter. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيم. Like we said, this could be and, or we can say this is while. لَهُمْ
For
عَذَابٌ
them.
عَظِيم.
And for them is
There is great
great
punishment.
punishment.
Yeah.
Punishment.
So remember when we were doing Jumla Ismiyas and we said this kind of sentence structure, how else can we say it in English? When you have harf of jar beginning and then
They
you have
have.
they have. While they have a great punishment. So you can say for them is a great punishment, but you can also say they have great punishment. It just makes English, I think, easier when you say they have. Okay. كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم.
كتب فاعل ماضي
Mhm.
مجهول.
Yes.
القتال is نائب الفاعل.
And
عليكم is متعلق بالفعل المقدم.
yes. And then وهو كره لكم, that can also be استئنافية أو حالية.
Yes. هو مبتدا كره خبر and لكم متعلق بالخبر.
Okay, great. So let's try and translate that. I hope you're not moving so fast for people. So if you have any questions, please, again, feel free to just stop me. So كره.
Would the alaykum be متعلق بالفعل مقدم even though it's after the fi'l?
عليكم. Yes, عليكم is مقدم because القتال, which is the نائب الفاعل, is after. So normally the normal order for جملة فعلية is you have the فعل, then the فاعل, then the مفعول, then the متعلق. So any change in this order makes it some kind of special meaning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we start with the dua, or in this case نائب الفاعل.
The fighting.
So fighting.
Mandatory.
Because it's a masdar, let me just explain a concept. Because it's a masdar, I know it has al, and we attempted to say the fighting, but because it's a masdar, most masdars have al on them, and they don't really translate it in English. So we just say fighting.
Fighting was written.
We can say mandated or like
Mandated.
prescribed or written for you, but mandated is the word they gave us. So was mandated upon you.
On them. On you. On you. On.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back.
And
While
it
was difficult for you.
Yes, and while it is difficult because the jumla ismiya for y'all. Yeah.
In that ayah, sister, that one, that قالوا يا بنا موينيا minna was, so I looked it. So what time is like no more further provisions they will get.
No more.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
Like till now we're getting, but now no more. And ma'ana muqaddam is like unless you send him with.
Yeah.
You know.
So see how just switching a couple of things and then you have extra meanings. Like if they had just said قالوا منع منا الكيل قالوا منع الكيل منا, there would be no special things happening. But because of just changing the order and now you have extra meanings, subhanallah. That's how amazing the Quran is. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Sister, can you repeat the translation?
For me?
Yes, you.
Can you repeat the translation? Somebody was saying the translation.
Yeah. So minna ka they have given like further provisions. Like till now we were getting the provisions, but now onwards we'll not get the. So that's the thing, muqaddam.
So I'm just gonna put it here so that you can all see.
Further.
No more provisions for us, basically. But of course, it won't make sense if you really no more provisions were prevented. Basically, I think the meaning is just no more. We won't be getting any more.
Anymore, yeah.
Yeah. Don't know how to put it in a sentence.
Other provisions were prevented from us.
You can add further.
Yeah.
Further provisions were prevented from us.
Yes. Nice.
So unless you send up, unless you send our brother with us, we'll not get.
So yeah, that's kind of like what they came up with in the translation. Put this in brackets. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this section. Translate the following أفعال from English to Arabic. Write both the pronoun and the fi'al. Pay attention to the pronoun tense and whether it is passive or active. So we need to come up with the Arabic of it. Number 1, it female is opened every day. So the word for opening is fataha. We've memorized this. But it has to be the female version. And opened. What does that tell you when you see opened?
Madi, majhul, futihat.
Yes.
كل يوم.
كل يوم.
Yeah. So futihat.
Isn't it muzare? It is open.
Oh, it is opened, yes. So yeah, mudare, guys. Not madi. So what is it? Tuftahu.
So it's passive, you have to make sure what is and were and are, right?
Yes.
Because the next word usually after that will come in the past tense form. So we have to more concentrate on is, are, or were. Is it correct? Yeah, am I correct?
Yes. We have to look at is, were, and then the ed at the end. And sometimes ed might not be passive. It could just be madi. So you have to also look at that. And we'll probably see it soon. So تفتح كل يوم. She is being opened every day, or it is being opened every day, in that sense. Then we have number 2. He changed it. Do you think it's passive or active? What do you guys think?
Active.
Yeah, it's just a normal madi. He changed it. So how do we say badala? Do we use badala or غير? I don't know which one they might use here in the book. Let's use badala. Badala يبدل.
So say badala to change, and badala you said like someone
To exchange. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Badala. So we can use badala, the form 1. Yeah.
So there must be an answer key for this also in the workbook.
Yeah, there is. So I don't know which word they're going to use for change, because see, the thing with Arabic is that there's so many words for the same thing. So sometimes you will find in the answer key they've used a totally different word, but it's fine, because as long as we get the concept, That's good. Then we have they were oppressed.
Zulimu?
ظُلِموا. Yes. So ظُلِموا. Of course, it's gonna have that. So they were oppressed. Because again, it's majhul because of war, then ed, the end.
It's
We-
even a family
ظُلِموا. There's no wow here, right? You were saying?
No.
What is the family for oppression?
ظلم يظلم.
Islam.
نصر ينصره.
Okay.
أظلم يظلم. Then there's أظلم. What? I'm so confused right now. What is the family? Is it أظلم or ظلم? I think ظلم. ظلم يظلم. ظلم يظلم. So the
Sorry,
passive
ma'am, I'm
would
so
be
sorry.
ظلم.
But every time there is like for badala is also there, badala is there. So badala is to change.
Yeah.
How badala it became like changing. You said like the act is done with someone, by someone, on someone.
Yeah, on
If it
someone.
is allama yu'allimu and aslama yuslimu. So how that exchange becomes the act on someone?
I don't know. It's something else.
How would you say he changed it? So
But
he's
but
doing that.
بدله I think. علمه. بدله.
I don't think it is badala.
Because there's an there's a maf'ul bihi attached to it.
How to differentiate that? It should come under this. Because when I see this, badal is also fine with it, and when you go with it, badala, it also seems fine. And
I
same
think
with operation also.
we'll see in the answer key, but I'm leaning towards badala because there's a maf'ul bihi like it. Because if I say, because I don't know if badala is lazim. That's the idea. I don't know. That's where I'm a bit stuck. If it's lazim, then that means this has to be badala. But if it is not lazim, then it could be badala.
Just by the meaning, we can make out whether it is lazim or mutaddi, like to change. Change something to change someone. This is how we will find it out, whether it is lazim or mutaddi. Suppose badala is to change. So to change something to change someone. So this is we can make out that it is mutaddi.
Okay. I'm not so 100% sure because sometimes it could mean like I change myself, like I changed. When I say I changed, it's in English it's different because it looks like it's passive, but it's really not in Arabic. I don't know. Maybe it could be. We'll see in the answer key. And if not, we can go to the dictionary and check and see if it is mutaaddi or lazim. But this one will put a star on it because we are a bit confused there.
Same here with the operation.
And with oppressed?
Oppressed, right? Zalama yuzlamu. Zalama yazlumu. Nasara family. To oppress someone. And also azlama is there. How would you make out to which family would it belong? Like how would you say with that? Because with this also they were oppressed. So this is lazim. I'm not getting it actually. How to make a difference between two?
So zalama yazlimu, zalama, he oppressed. That's how you would understand it. Because you can't say zalama, he oppressed himself. Like it's not, I think it's mutaaddi in form 1, zalama. He oppressed.
He oppressed someone.
Yes.
So it will be mutaaddi. That's how we should find it, right?
Yes. So it's zalama, this one I know it's mutaaddi from form 1. And of course you take it to azlama, then it's gonna be mutaaddi li maf'ulain. Or it's probably gonna have a different meaning. Sometimes you take something to aslama and it means the opposite meaning. So azlama it could be sometimes like what is this? I think qasata. Qasata means to be. No, I don't wanna. Let me not go there because I might make a mistake and then. Yeah, but sometimes it's like that. Like there's a word in form 1. It means something else, and then you take it to aslama family and it means the exact opposite meaning of it. So that also happened in Aslama family. But we'll see in the answer key, and maybe we can also check it out in the dictionary. Let me put also Asta here. We can do that in the last few minutes. We are prevented. Passive or active? We are prevented. Do we know? Yeah, it's passive because we don't know who's doing the preventing. So how do we say that? So it will be
No.
yumna, but we.
نمنع.
Yes. Yum.
No, this is mudare, so it's because it's an R preventive.
Yumna will be he prevents. So we want to say he prevents or we are prevented. Yumna'una. Yumna'una or yumna'ana?
Yeah, it's for mudare and na is for body.
Plus.
Like both the things we are doing together.
It's نمنع, right?
We've mixed past and present together.
Yumna'u.
Yeah.
Yeah, yumna'una.
No,
sister.
Sorry.
No.
Numna.
or
I'm
mansur.
sorry. Oh my God. What did I say?
No, yeah.
Oh wow. That was really bad. I don't even know what that doesn't have any meaning. Oh my God. Numna'u. Wow, that was really bad. Okay. Yeah. Numna'u. Okay, good. I commanded them. Is this passive or active?
active.
Yeah. That would be
Amara means to command.
أمرتهم.
yes. Amar.
أمرتهم.
Okay. That was pretty straightforward. They two female gathered them. Passive or active?
Active.
Active. So jama'a.
Jama'ata. Jama'ata.
Yes. So jama'atahum. Okay. Then we have both of them are advised. Are
Passive.
advised. Passive. Yeah. So we can use nasaha. I don't know if that's what they would use.
Nasaha.
So both of them are advised.
Nasah.
Are.
Nasaha.
Is it going to be mudari or madi?
Mudare.
It is
Mudare.
mudare.
R
Must say
advised.
Nasaha yansahu.
Yansahani.
Yansahani.
Yes. Yansahani. You all were fed. Passive active.
Passive.
Passive. ماضي مضارع.
Verb.
ماضي.
Adi.
So the word for feeding, أطعم يطعم.
أطعمكم
Udiyatum.
أطعمكم.
أطعم. So أطعم يطعم. And then the passive would be أطعم يطعم. So أطعم. And then all of you.
أطعم أطعم.
أطعم.
Ut'imakum.
No. No.
UE sound, right?
Yes. أطعم.
Yeah, أطعم.
أطعمت.
So when you have the kum coming here, so we're gonna put a sukun there. So أطعمكم or أطعمكم. Do we have a wow or a sukun? أطعمتم. What am I saying? Gosh.
Udiyatum. Right?
Yeah, today I'm just not in my element.
This is Mazi.
Yes, it's Madi. Oh, I'm just making like silly mistakes of, oh my God, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I think my brain is a little bit tired. أطعمتم.
So it is أطعمتم.
Yes,
Okay.
Udiyatum.
because when you have antum, it's going to be y'all. أطعمتم. Okay. Because you have to think in reverse and it kind of messes your head a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, were they female killed? Yes? Somebody with a question?
مجهول ماضي.
Okay, so that's majhul and it's
This is
madi and
active.
it's a question.
Question.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
a question. It's active actually. Were they killed? I'm asking a question. It's not
So
passive.
hal.
قتلوا.
But them female, them ladies, so the hunna version.
قتلنا.
قتلنا.
Yes. هل
قتلنا.
قتلنا؟
Passive question will not exist in questions, sister. You said this is passive. If it was not a question, it was a passive one, right? Were they killed?
Let's try and think about that in English. Like, how would we say, were they killed?
It is
Yes.
passive.
Yeah, it is passive. Qutilna. We just said ui. Oh my God.
Yes, it is. Passive, right?
Yeah, it is passive. We just translated it as passive and they say it's active. I think today something is off. Oh wow.
So this is passive. This is passive, sister.
Yes, because we don't know who did the killing.
Yeah, but just now you said like a question, so it will in questions will not take passive. Something
No,
else is
I'm just confused today. Forgive me, guys. It's just
no,
like,
no, it's absolutely
my
fine.
head is just all over the place, I think. But yeah, I think it can be. If you don't know, for as long as you don't know the doer of the action, I think it can be. Yeah, because in this case we don't know who did the killing, so I'm asking, were they killed? But we're not saying like, what did this person kill them? That would be active. Right? Yeah, you're right. It can be passive. You female will honor them. Passive or active?
Active.
Active.
Inshallah.
Yes. Yeah, let's now come up with the translation, see if we get it right.
أكرم, right?
Yes, akrama. We can use akrama yukrimu.
Tukrimuhum.
Yes.
تكرمينهم.
Yes, tukrimina. Tukrimina.
It's only one female, right?
Yes.
أنت تكرمي.
Tukrim. Tukrimina, yeah. Anti. Tukrimina.
Sir, Ilham, karuma is also to honor.
Yeah.
Noble.
It means, yeah, I think it's more noble because Kareem. Okay. Karuma. It was noble or he was noble.
Because we are attaching home, that's why that ya has come.
Yes. No, because the ya is for she, you female, anti to krimina.
No, but ta is for she. It's the starting ta.
That's
Because
for
it's
here.
mudare, so ta is for she.
So
I
here
must-
to krimu, that
Yeah,
would be the
yeah.
here version. But anti, which is the you version, is to krimina. I hope I'm not
Can we go
messing
through
this
the chart? You're right.
up. Okay. So who are yukrimu? Huma yukrimani, hum yukrimuna. Here tukrimu, huma tukrimani, hunna yukrimna. Anta tukrimu, antuma tukrimani, antum tukrimuna. Anti tukrimina, antuma tukrimani, antunna tukrimna. Ana ukrimu, nahnu nukrimu.
Okay, got it. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair, Basira.
Okay.
Very nice. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's see. The answer key. Let's look at the answer key. Yeah. And then so we had to the karuna. You all are reminded. I think that's what we said. You all are reminded. Yes. Bara majhul. Muni'tum. You all were prevented. Yeah, because it's the madi, so we use wa there. And then this is not passive because yu'allimani. No, you are. Yeah, because it's the mudari' and it's not you are. So both of them teach. Tuqra'u, again, it is read, and we put being in brackets. So you can say it is being read because it's the mudari', or you can just say it is read. Yeah. نتعلم, again, not passive, this is active, we learn. يجادلنا, them ladies, and there's a you are sound, so this is definitely passive. And this is kind of where we were wondering how. So they female, them ladies are argued with. They just did the way we did actually. Umirna, we were commanded. I think that's what we did. Utraku, I am left, or I am being left. That's what we said. You can put the being in the bracket as well. Yusaddaquna, they are affirmed, or they are being affirmed again. Jumi'at, this is majhul also. She, or again, because them, it could be used for, remember, non-human broken plurals are treated as one F. So it could be that it's referring to those non-human broken plurals. So she or they were gathered. Could be. And then we have some of the translation here. So they said, Father, the provisions were withheld, denied. We used prevented. So send our brother with us. So they didn't capture any of those special things in there, but I'm glad we looked it up and saw how it was used in the translation. لم يذكر اسم الله عليه. Allah's name was not mentioned upon it. Yeah, that's what we did. وقد أخرجنا من ديارنا وأبنائنا, and we have been expelled from our houses and children. Yeah. لعنوا في الدنيا والآخرة ولهم عذاب عظيم. They were cursed in this life and the next. Yeah, so in this life, yes.
We have been expelled. It's a passive form, right? We have been expelled.
And we have been expelled.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is passive.
Right?
Yeah,
So
have been.
is used for passive.
Yes.
Good. Right?
Because when we use kad with mudare, the continuous meaning or the repeated action that has been captured by being, we have been, that thing. I read it yesterday.
Actually with Madi it is already, right?
Yeah, that's what I
has an
expected.
With Madi,
expelled has an ed. So that captures
kad,
the meaning of past tense.
yeah, the kad has two different things with the present tense and the past tense. With the past, it means already, but that means the action has been done only once.
Yeah.
With the present tense, it indicates that the same action has been repeated again and again and again. And that thing, I think, have been captured by the word being. And we have been, like, continuously, like, again and again, we were.
We had to do some mathematics.
But then I think because it comes with Amadi, I don't understand why they translate it as we have been. So that's why I think I'm also confused a little bit.
Yes,
Because it's ukhrij.
It's a past tense, right?
Yeah.
It's past tense, right?
In our we had written we were already expelled. We were already. So I don't know why they said we have been already. Again, maybe we can check this the tafasir. We can go to the translation. Maybe somebody can check it out and see the different ways in which they have translated this ayah, and see if they actually captured the already or they just went a different direction, like the way they have done here.
So here I want to ask, have been can be used for the past tense. I said you right. Earlier I was asking you, so like there are being also used apart from that. Some more substances are also used for passive.
There's so many people talking, I couldn't hear.
I'm doing disturbance for me.
Maybe if you're not talking, maybe you can mute yourself because there's some feedback. Yeah, thank you.
So the surah name for third.
This surah, it's 246. I think it's Baqarah. So yeah, we'll check out the translation and understand from there. That's a good point you raised. Then we have لعنوا في الدنيا والآخرة ولهم عذاب عظيم. So they were cursed in this life and the next. So they just went with this life and the next. And for them is a great punishment. Again, of course, the context will tell you how to translate such words, الدنيا والآخرة, I think. كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم. Fighting has been mandated for you all, and it is a difficulty for you all, or it is difficult for you all. Okay. So let's look at this last section.
Sorry, sister, I forgot my mic was on.
It's okay, no problem. All right. It is opened every day. تفتح كل يوم. That's exactly what we said. So he changed it. We got stuck a little bit here. We were wondering, do you use بدل or do you use غير? Do we use بدل? They went with غير. I think it was a safer option for them because we were confused between the two. So غير is also, it also means he changed it. And I think we can confirm whether to use بدل. We'll do that just right away. I will check the dictionaries. And then we have, they were oppressed, ظلموا. Yeah, that's what we said. We are prevented, نمنع. I got confused here and I said some things I don't understand. Alhamdulillah. And then I commanded them, أمرتهم. Yeah, I commanded them. جمعتهم. They two female gathered them. جمعتهم. Both of them are advised. ينصحاني. Yeah. You all were fed. تطعمون. Did we make this ماضي? Or did we make this مضارع? You guys remember what we did here? Huh. Oh, dear Lord. We did ماضي.
You all were fed. So it was were.
So they translated it in the مضارع. Yeah. So again, these are some of the mistakes that you see in the book. Like, yeah. So تطعمون would be the مضارع. You all are being fed or you all are fed. That would be تطعمون. But أطعمتم, you all were fed. So we were right in that sense. Were they female killed? هل قتلنا? Yep, that's what we said. Alhamdulillah. And then you female will honor them. ستكرمينهم. So they did sa for سوف. This is the future. I think we didn't do that. So will, when you take a مضارع and you add sa or سوف, it takes the meaning to the future. So I think maybe we just wrote تكرمينهم, but then we needed to have written ستكرمينهم. You will honor them because it's a future tense. But otherwise, I think that's good enough. Inshallah, next week we can continue from this part. So there are 2 more parts remaining. If you like us to continue, we can also continue this 2 parts and we can finish these 2 parts next week, inshallah. So meanwhile, let me check Badala, and then the sister who was looking for the translation, if you found it, you can let us know.
There they have not mentioned have been. And Wakat, that entire ayah, in that entire ayah, Wakat wa is used as Halia.
So it's used as hal. Oh yeah, it is a hal actually. Waqad.
It's like it's a long ayah, and in that they use while we were driven out. They have not used been in there.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't think because if waqad means a hal, then we won't translate it as already, but it's just going to be while we have been expelled or while we were. And I think that's why they were writing we have been, because they're looking at the waw as a hal. Maybe that's why. So let's check baddala. Where am I? Let me stop sharing because I don't know where I am in my browser. I don't want to show everything in my browser. Okay, let's come here. I'm gonna share now my screen. Okay. So we were looking for, what were we looking for? Badala. Oh, no, let me not use this one. This one is going to be difficult. Let's use this one. So yeah, you guys watched the video, the tutorial. So we're going to do practical here. So I'm going to type in the jidr, which is ba, dal, and lam. And lam. And then I'm going to press enter or okay. Then it's going to give me a list. Okay. So I'm going to look for where it starts. So this is where it starts. So baddala there.
Is it baddala or a badala?
Badala would be form 1. So badala, and they're telling us is Nasara family. So badala yabdulu. That would be if you see the u, that's the letter on the middle letter. So badala yabdulu, it means to replace. If you use it with a b, it means to replace something. Or you can say it's also used for exchange B, if you use badala B to exchange something for something. So when it comes with a ba, it means to exchange. And then form 2, it means to change.
Masala family, right?
Sorry?
Form 2 here means which family?
Allama. Now this is the one we're looking at. Baddala. So form 2 means to change or to alter something to something else. That's, I think, kind of where we were. So that's why I was thinking it was badala. But I'm still not sure if badala is. Of course, badala, because they're telling us is be something, then it's definitely mutaaddi. It's not lazim. You were saying?
Like the difference between the replace and exchange, don't they like in the end mean the same thing? I'm replacing this by this. I'm exchanging it, like I'm exchanging it with something.
Yeah, I think it's very, very close. I'm not so sure maybe how they might use it. Maybe that's one. But I know badala, that form 2 is more common. I've had that more than badala. I don't know. Convert something, substitute something, exchange. Then of course you have family 3, which is jahada, so badala. And then you have abdala, family 4, aslama. So you have different forms actually, but I think it depends which one is more common than the other. I think both can apply then in this case, because to replace, to exchange. So I think the difference here in badala is just to exchange, like I'm exchanging this for this, I'm replacing this for this. But form 2, it actually means to change or to morph or to do some like changes on that thing itself. You convert that thing into something else. Whereas in form 1, you're just replacing it with something else. You're not changing that thing. I don't know if it makes a difference. So maybe that could be the difference that I'm seeing here. Form 1, badala yabdulu, just to replace the thing. You take one thing out, you put something else. But to form 2, badala, that same thing, you're converting it into something else. Is how I'm understanding this. I hope that's clear. Okay, so we are like 8 minutes over time. So I'm gonna stop the share now and maybe stop the recording as well. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.